You're listening to the Sounds of Salford, from the UK going out to the world.
Hi, I'm here with Manchester Veterans Garage. I've been meaning to do this interview for absolutely months, but I'm finally here, so do you want to tell us a bit about the place?
Yeah, so the project's going to be a community automotive club, so it's open to anybody that likes cars, motorcycles, so it's a big social inclusion exercise, really. It'll be a social enterprise, so any money made on the premises, whether it's in the bar, the restaurant, whether it's in the clubhouse, it all goes back into helping the guys, doing team building projects, doing going away exercises, all that kind of thing. And it's just to put the fellas back together and enjoy being around each other again. So it's
which is what it's all about, really.
Yeah, well, when they leave the military, they lose a big group of friends, and a lot of them don't realise that they end up sat on the couch, they can't do much, and they just think
Yeah.
That's where they end up getting depressed and stuff. And if we can have somewhere you can get up and you can come here every single day, then it's something that's open for them.
Yeah, well,
they think, today I'll get up and I'll go there. We have your breakfast clubs and everything, but they're once a week, they're for a few hours, and then that's it. They're back at home then. But if we've got somewhere they can just dedicated come every single day if they want to, then it's
exactly, because I believe 1 in 4 ex-servicemen now end up on the streets.
Exactly. We know it. We see it. We get them coming through the books. A lot of our referrals come through combat stress and people like that. So we do see that side. And the guys that have come here when we were doing the initial strip out, they've created their own little family and their own little friends, and it's given them that buzz back again. Rather than diversional activities where you can go doing bowling for the day, but then they're still going home. Like they call it meaningful activity because they can come here every day, and it gives them something to concentrate on, something to work on, like the cars. But rebuilding cars and motorcycles, it's a lengthy process, and it's something they can be actively involved with and be passionate about long term.
I've noticed in the space of 12 months that you ain't half sort of like took off, haven't you?
Oh,
since
it's gone
started.
Crazy. Yeah. I mean, especially since the BBC got on board and they started filming, and it's just gone absolutely crazy. We have over 1,000 a week coming through on the contact form. People want to get involved, companies that want to donate. The estimated building costs come back in at 1.6 million, but we probably covered the 0.6 in kind donations. Yeah. We've got a few companies coming, looking at doing naming rights on the project. So they can leave a lasting testimony to what they do. So it's we just had a big company come on board to give us all the lime mortar. So we work with the criminal justice system as well, giving people new opportunities. So they're working on the projects at the minute, doing the pointing. So it's really
it gives them practical experience as well.
Exactly. So it's more of a transitional exercise for not just military. We started working with the youth offender program, the criminal justice system, and all that kind of stuff. So it's working really well.
It's great how everyone in Salford seems to have got involved. Really.
Yeah, they do, and a lot of people would say they come down, they give the well wishes and everything, and they say they want to get involved. We're currently waiting for planning permission at the minute, which was due in on Monday, so I'm going to chase that up. But it's
dealing with the council sometimes.
That's it. Well, we got the backing of Barbara Keeley's been on board, and Rebecca Lone Bailey. She's been helpful as well. So there's been the support there is incredible. We've just got to get it up and running, and this place will really serve its purpose and come into its own when it's up and running. And the idea behind it being self-sufficient with bars, restaurants and stuff on there is that it's great for the automotive community, but it's also something that'll be here long term, but we want it to be self-sufficient. We don't want to keep going capping on, it's the funding side's an absolute nightmare, no one's, so it's everything we've got really has been through the kind donations of companies, including the Peel Group, which donated the building to us. So
what's the timescale?
We're looking around at the minute around 12 to 18 months, but that's all dependent on who comes forward really, and who can if we had funding in place with the companies that are backing us, it'd be done in within 12 months easy, But again, it's all down to funding that at the minute. There's like I say, we've covered the 0.6, but it's
still $1 million short.
Well, yeah. But
so if you've got £1 million out there, get in touch with
Yeah,
us.
definitely. You can have your naming rights on the building.
You can have more than that for $1 million, can't you?
But the companies that get on board, it's attractive because we're going to be doing big events and stuff here. There's a long-term relationship we can have with people, so they can use the boardroom facilities, they can use the restaurant, the bar, for conferences or whatever they want to do. Especially for automotive themed companies, because it's going to be a dedicated centre in the northwest for there's something for everyone that likes sports. There's nothing for anyone that likes cars and motorcycles.
Exactly. That's why I think it's so good. People have donated cars and all that, haven't they?
Yeah, we've got a couple of old MGs. One's a 1973 with the rubber bumper style. They're great projects because they're not too far gone. It's something
you can work on. Like.
And there's a 1966 one that's in great condition that's been donated. Same family for years, and it's. It's probably worth a good few grand as it stands, but it's a good start project for the guys. It's
Well, hopefully you might show me in a bit.
Yeah, I will do. Don't you worry. Yeah. So where we're stood at the minute, it's the first ever terminal building in the country, so it's listed for that reason, not for its architectural splendour, more for its contribution to aviation in the UK.
This was the first one, though, wasn't
it? The first ever commercial airport in the country. Yeah. It was a race against Leeds, I believe, at the time.
Barton got there first. We always beat Leeds, don't we?
Yeah, aye. So then, the only reason Manchester Airport ended up where it is now is because this airport's built on peat. So in the 30s, obviously, it's only the rich people that could afford to be involved in aviation. So as aviation got more usable and the aircraft got more heavy and bigger, they couldn't land here because it's built on peat. So I'm sure there's some long-term plans to maybe put something in place. But
nice bit of interesting history there you just told me.
Yeah. No, it's surprising that a lot of people don't know what's actually
on your doorstep.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I wouldn't have known that. Do you know what I mean?
We do well here, and the airport seems to do well in the summer. But but we want to make it a really vibrant area for people to come and really make it into a community, a platform for everyone. When long term, we're looking at doing vintage events, motorcycle, the car events. We can do camping here, so we can do big full weekend events, and it can really start activating the local community, from far and wide.
I believe there's plans to have a music festival here. I'm not supposed to mention that.
Yeah, you can do. It's something we're looking at putting in place for next year. And,
that'd be great. Actually, got all the room, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
We've got the room. We've got looking at adding additional parking. So let's make it a come-to place, really.
Let's get some local bands on as well, innit?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I noticed before there was a restaurant there. I've never even seen that before.
Oh, Runway 20. Yeah, it does well.
Runway 26, is it called?
Runway 26. Well, they call it 26. It's named after the runway. I call it 26. But it's a nice little cafe there, and you can sit outside and watch the helicopters and the planes come and go. It's a nice place to be, definitely. Yeah.
Brilliant.
We've both said that way. I've never been here.
I've never been here. No, I didn't even know it was here.
You'd be surprised how many people say that.
Yeah.
But there's going to start trying to attract a lot more people.
Well, it's absolutely brilliant how the Veterans Garage has just formed, and it's just grown and grown and grown, hasn't it?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
And a lot of people are taken with the logo because we're trying to be quite. Obviously, there's a long-standing tradition with the military, and a lot of charities stick to that kind of way. But not a lot of the younger guys. You have like 20 plus, 20 years old plus veterans now, and not a lot of them engage with that. So this suits all ages. And the good thing about cars and motorcycles is that it's not just for young people. It's no matter the age, gender, race, religion. People identify with cars and motorcycles, and it brings people together in that in that respect. So it's really going to be an exciting place to be.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to show us around the buildings?
Yeah, absolutely. So where we're stood at the minute, it's going to become the toilets. We're doing 2 really big size toilets to deal with the influx. I mean, we already have the American Car Club coming down. They used to be on Costco, but because they're building a petrol station there, they could no longer use it now. So even though we're not open, they understood what we were going to be. Yeah. And they've started coming.
They bought into it, like.
Yeah, every first of the month, we have the American Classic Car Club down here, which is next Sunday actually, the 2nd of April. They're going to be
so if you fancy coming down,
anyone that likes the cars, come and photograph them or anything. That's what they're here for, So it works for anything from supercar clubs to classic car clubs.
And there's a hell of a lot of them out there as well.
There is, and they all they do is go and sit on like car parks, chat to each other for a few hours. But if we made dedicated membership facilities for them, with a clubhouse, with a games room, boardroom for the AGMs and all that kind of stuff, then people can really buy into it from an automotive point of view. Definitely,
yeah.
And again, every penny spent on the premises goes into helping the veterans.
Goes back. Yeah, there's no admin fees or nothing like that.
No. Well, that's with Peel's investment of the building, donation of the building. It's not just an amazing monetary donation. It also secures the long-term future of the charity. We're never going to have massive overheads where a building's concerned or anything. So it's.
And have you got charity status now? Because that's a nightmare.
It's pending at the minute, but we're a fully fledged non-profit organisation, anyways, which you can operate as. We have to be like that, so we could even have a long-term lease, or so you can employ veterans. You need that in place anyway to be cover yourself.
It's like us, not for profit.
Yeah.
As long as you're doing not for profit, you're right, then, aren't you?
Exactly, but we are actively going for charity status anyway. That's pending, so it's all good. So going back to the toilets, they're going to be done quite big. We're going to have shower facilities. So again, we wanted to put a nominal membership fee on for the car club side, not for the veteran side, because I think you feel like you belong to somewhere when you're a member. It's only going to be something nominal, but you can also.
Not better than having a little card, is it?
No,
do you know what I mean?
You can come in, you belong here. So we're going to have some shower facilities again, because I said we've got camping on when we have the festivals and stuff, so people can get freshened up. And we're doing quite big size for the influx of people. That's the idea behind it. Again, it's all going to be done high end to attract the high end clubs.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a real attractive place to be. It's not going to be like the old-fashioned style community centres. It's going to be something real cutting edge, and a lot of companies have bought into that as well. So like Casa Ceramica, who are a local high-end tile company, they've said, we'll put the tiles in it. So it'd be like a work showroom for some companies, but as long as we get the place done and we can start helping people,
that's all that matters, isn't it?
Exactly.
Spread the love sort of thing.
It is.
Yeah, spreading the love in Salford. We're liking the Veterans Garage.
We do. So this, where we're stood now, is going to become a boardroom.
Yeah.
Again, it'll be an open house policy for your small kitchen table charities who can't necessarily afford a premises. They can come and use the meeting facilities there. That's great. But from a corporate point of view, they can come in and use it. The car clubs can use it for AGMs and stuff, and in turn, it'll create a small revenue stream for the charity again. The back room here.
Yeah, if you want me.
The back room here is going to become a bit of a computer suite, although we are looking at doing a separate skill centre. This will be a dedicated where they can get vocation, even if it's civilians. Just
a little bit of training, like.
Yeah, well, around automotive, so they can get a vocation in restoration, a vocation in mechanics. We're going to have the REME guys, the Royal Electrical Mechanical Engineers. They've been some of the lads who are involved from that. Have already been fixing up some bits and bats for us. So if they can get a vocation, even if it's just for a hobby or doing a car up, or even if they want to use it as a transitional skill into the civilian world, it'll work on both aspects.
It's brilliant. I'm loving the work. I'm loving the positive atmosphere, that you're coming across with.
Yeah, we're very excited about it. The big step for us was getting the building, and we did a presentation for them, and they were over the moon about it.
Yeah, and you secured that. Yeah. That's the main thing.
Well, that's it. Once you got your base, you've got everything.
Yeah, you've got everything, then you can build from there, can't you?
Well, we invested, me and my dad, heavily into it at the beginning because we're a fair amount of money ourselves, because to get this far this fast.
Yeah.
As a new entity, you have to kind of do that because not a lot of people listen if you
obviously, yeah. Social media's been a great thing for you,
massive. I mean, especially Twitter, because it's mostly B2B, So from Facebook has been great, and it's building up all the time. It's got you out there, hasn't it? Yeah, and that's from the public point of view has been great. But all the businesses that are involved, whether it's Viridor, whether it's the scaffold company, whether it's Garrick who have provided the welfare for the guys, it's all come through Twitter on the B2B.
Yeah.
So the main room that we're in now is the big openings.
Yeah.
This is going to be a reception area and coffee lounge that's just spill out into the hallway.
Yeah.
But the rest of the room is going to become a dedicated game room, real man cavey, but again, high end. So even the pool tables will have our logos in, and there's companies that said they'll do that for us. We have a relationship with Namco through what we do anyway, and they said they'll put like Star Wars pod in here and stuff. So again, revenue creating, but it's all fun. It's going to be real. Have the sports on, where people can just hang out, feel relaxed. Like I say, where veterans are concerned, even if it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, they can think, right, I'm getting up and I'm going there for an hour or so,
Gives them somewhere to go as well, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
And there's always going to be like-minded people there for them to engage with, And again, it's about that community cohesion, because it's putting them back, like interacting with the community and, building bridges.
To me, it don't really get much better than that, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Not at all. So the hallway that we're in was a bit of a dead space for us. So what we've discussed with the architects, again, 6'2", our architects have come on board and they've waived all the fees, which is amazing.
Yeah.
They're award-winning architects, so we're very lucky there. But the work that's gone in... So the hallway, going back to that's going to become like an interchangeable art gallery. Yeah. It's quite wide, so a lot of the veterans do art for therapy and that kind of thing, so we can display their works here. Automotive photographers, or even the aviation photographers, we have the Friends of Barton here, which do all the aviation photography. They can display the works, and people can come and use it. Even corporates can come and use it like that.
I like the way these pictures here of the beginning of the works.
That's it. Well, we've got a lot more now. They've actually faded because we're doing the light well at the minute, so it's... But when we come in here, the place was completely burnt out. There's about 3,000 hours of volunteer time gone into it so far. We had to strip all the walls back. Rent-A-Kill come and done a damp-proof course for us, which has been completed now. They did that completely FOC, so it's the support's been fantastic. We had a 92-year-old veteran Tommy that visited us a while back. It worked, like I say, it works for all ages, because even the older guys come and interact with the younger guys. They exchange stories, but they can just come and chill out here. They can have a drink, watch the planes and helicopters go. It's an interesting place for them to be.
Not if you get your own cups now as well, eh?
Oh yeah, the merchandise does really well, because people take it, like I was going back to saying, we're going to be quite a modern style military charity. It's just that we want to keep that like really kind of smart image that we've got.
Yeah.
And again, it's just it's all about fun, you know. We don't want to go for the doom and gloom angle. It's about picking people up and letting people move on.
Giving them a chance back in life and putting them on the right track.
That's it.